I am delighted to have this opportunity to share with you various opportunities to leverage the strong, enduring, and dynamic Kenya-US relations and further enhance investment and trade relations and partnerships between our business communities. This gathering comes just a month after the AmCham Summit 2024 in Nairobi. At that summit, US business leaders and entrepreneurs, many of them I see here, had a platform to connect and interact with their counterparts from Kenya and the broader Eastern Africa region. This event gives us yet another chance to reflect on the outcomes of the Nairobi AmCham Summit and deliberate on the ways by which we can inject momentum into the bilateral trade and investment agenda and catalyze synergies between Kenya and the US business communities. At the last month's AmCham Summit in Nairobi, 11 government-to-government and government-to-business deals were announced, while additional agreements were unveiled earlier in the week during my visit here in Atlanta. Today, I have witnessed the signing of yet another 5 deals at this event, leaving no doubt regarding the direction of our common endeavor and the shape of the future we are building together.
The truth is, the policies that President Ruto's administration is pursuing, his deep and abiding commitment to democracy, transparency, and the rule of law, and the entrepreneurialism of the Kenyan people, it's unlocking new opportunities, changing the narrative in Kenya and, quite frankly, on the whole continent. The thing I have heard over and over again throughout this week, and when I came back from Kenya and from the business leaders I took with me to Kenya, is this: I didn't realize how much opportunity there was. So that's the opening that we have to walk through. The door is open and we have to walk through. The work you're doing here today will help us chart a future of shared prosperity. Not aid, though we do need aid, but more investment, opportunity, entrepreneurship, and trade for sustainable economic development on the continent. So I feel that we have done so much, but honestly, we're just at the beginning. Under President Ruto's leadership, your leadership, what's happening in Kenya, the entrepreneurial activity in Kenya, Kenya is leading the way to change the narrative in Africa, in the whole continent. Kenya is a scene of optimism, democracy, rule of law, entrepreneurial young population, a culture that encourages risk-taking. That's a very big deal. It's not true everywhere. And increasingly, a desire on behalf of US investors and entrepreneurs and tech companies to invest. And so I was there a month ago, as I said, and I felt it. I saw it firsthand. I took with me the President's Advisory Council on doing business in Africa. I met with women leaders in technology. I met with entrepreneurs. I met with the large US multinationals, but I also met with venture capitalists. And the fact is, when I was reading my book, when I was preparing for the visit, I was told Kenya attracts 4 times as much venture capital per capita and in absolute terms than any other country in Africa. And after being there and experiencing it, I see why. I see why.
American business is keen to strengthen commercial ties with Africa, as are members of Congress on both sides of the aisle. The theme for today's U.S.-Kenya Business Forum is fostering trade and investment through bilateral business ties. And we're honored to host His Excellency William Ruto, President of the Republic of Kenya, on the occasion of his state visit. I'd like to thank our partners today, among them our platinum sponsors, Google and ABSA, our gold sponsors, Abbott, Flutterwave, MasterCard, Milele Energy, Rendeavor, and Siemens Healthineers, and also our silver sponsors, Pfizer and MyHydro. These companies, like so many others in the room today, are encouraged by the opportunity to contribute to the economic transformation and growth that Kenya has seen under President Ruto's leadership. And these companies are eager to support the exciting economic development that Kenya is driving, not just within its own borders, but across the sub-region.
It was wonderful. Thank you very much for
We all had a wonderful time.
Yes.
It's great being with you. Thank you.
So, dear friends,
Yes, and my dining partner.
Yes. How are you?
Thought maybe we'd spend a few minutes on those, if that's all right. Okay. That's good. Of course, we'd be stuck with a lot of food. I don't know what to do. So thank you.
Yes.
And the Ethiopians can remain engaged, and I know you've talked to Hassan Sheikh. I don't doubt it. With the meeting, and of course I know we have real concern about a number of regional.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you again.
See you later.
Thank you. See you.
We'll see you. We'll see you.
Yes, I'll do that.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. See you later. Monica, thank you.
Thank you very much,
We'll follow up.
Secretary. Yes, we
See you later. Thank you.
Google is partnering with Kenya on cybersecurity as they digitize government services, employing Google's Cybersecurity Shield to protect Kenyan e-citizens on their platform. And we're really proud that governments around the world are turning to Google's Cybersecurity Shield to defend against cyber attacks, an area in which we've invested for quite some time. And then finally, to unlock all of this, it's about talent and making sure that everyone everywhere has the ability to benefit from what is the technology and the opportunities that come. I spent most of my career in finance, and what I saw there is that you can't have sustainable economic growth if we do not ensure that we have inclusive growth. And so we are very proud to be expanding our digital training programs called Grow with Google. And what we've announced is that we're adding $15 million of training through our digital skilling program, our Digital Sprinters initiative, to ensure that everyone has access to the training that then gives them the opportunities that are available with this technology.